So, if you're learning Chinese, I'm sure you've run into this problem. You see a character that looks almost exactly like one you just learned. Well, today we're going to crack the code on 3 of the most common troublemakers. Let's dive right in. All right, meet our lineup for today. Qīng, qīng, and qīng. Take a good look. They're practically triplets. And then listen to the pronunciation. Qīng, qīng, qīng. So not only do they look almost the same, they sound almost the same. It's a classic challenge for anyone trying to learn Chinese.
So the big question is, how on earth are you supposed to tell them apart? It can feel like you just have to memorize everything, but I promise you, there is a secret logic hiding right in front of us.
To crack this code, we have to play detective for a minute. We need to find the clue. So look at them again, really closely. What's the one piece that they all share? Because that little shared component, well, it's the key to everything. And there it is, the character ao. You see it? It's hiding inside all 3 of them. And this character is the component that's going to unlock their sound.
So let's just look at qīng all by itself. Its pronunciation is
qīng.
That's a high, flat tone. In ancient China, it was this really cool, poetic character for the colors of nature, the green of the mountains, the blue of the sky. But for our little puzzle here, the most important thing to remember is its sound, qīng.
And this is where it all clicks. Because all 3 of our mystery characters have that qīng inside them. They all borrow its pronunciation. Just listen one more time. Qīng, qīng, qīng. The tones are a little different, but that main sound is exactly the same. So rule number 1, qīng gives you the sound. Okay, awesome. We've solved half the puzzle. We now know why they sound so similar. But that's only half the story. Now we've got to figure out what they actually mean. How do we tell them apart? So now let's get to the fun part. We're going to crack the meaning code. We'll solve the rest of this puzzle for each character one by one. Our first meaning clue is this little guy on the left. You see those 3 little drops? That's called the water radical. And whenever you see it, your brain should immediately think of, you guessed it, water, or really any kind of liquid. Okay, let's build our first character. We take our meaning clue, water, and we add it to our sound clue, qīng. So what do we get? You get qīng, which means clean. And the logic here is just perfect, isn't it? You use water to wash things, and after you wash them, they become clean. So water plus the sound qīng gives you the word clean. Simple. All right, 1 down, 2 to go. Our next meaning clue is this character, she. This one means sun or day. You can kind of see it as a little boxy sun. So let's do it again. We're going to take our meaning clue, sun, and we're going to combine it with our sound clue, this time with a rising tone, qīng. And that gives us qīng, which means sunny. It makes total sense, right? When the sun is out, what do you have? You have sunny weather. So the sun radical plus that qīng sound equals sunny. Okay, time for the final piece of our puzzle. This radical on the left is yen. This one always has something to do with speech, words, or talking. And for our very last character, let's put the parts together. We take the speech radical and we add our sound component, this time with the tone qīng. And that creates qīng, which means to invite or is also used for please. And again, it just makes perfect sense. How do you invite someone to something or ask for something politely? You have to use your words. You have to use speech. So the speech radical plus the sound qīng gives us please and to invite. And just like that, the puzzle is solved. But this isn't really just about these 3 characters. What we've actually found here is a kind of master key, one that can unlock hundreds and hundreds of other characters. The big secret is this. For a huge number of Chinese characters, one single character is actually giving you 2 messages at the same time. One part is giving you a clue about the meaning, and the other part is giving you a clue about the sound. Yeah, there's a fancy name for this. They're called phono-semantic compounds. It sounds super academic, but it's exactly what we just did. Semantic is for meaning, that's the radical part, and phono is for sound, that's our phonetic part. And this isn't some rare trick. This is actually how the vast majority of Chinese characters are built. So the main thing to take away from all this is that learning Chinese isn't just about pure memorization. It's about solving puzzles. And once you start to see these patterns, the whole language just starts to open up. It becomes a game. And seriously, the more you play, the faster and way more interesting it gets. So I'll leave you with a question. Now that you have this key, this idea of looking for the meaning part and the sound part, what other character puzzles do you think you can solve? Your learning adventure is really just getting started.